Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Weird Things That I Encounter Very Late at Night. This is a continuation of my last video. If you have not seen my last video, it was super crazy. We really went in depth into this crazy cave called the Hellhole. So yeah, that was basically what kicked off this series, and if you haven't checked out that video, check it out because it was pretty cool. And if not, I mean, what am I but a man on the screen? So basically, yes, we will be continuing this series of discovering disturbing locations around the world. So as I was scouring the internet, as I do in my bed late at night, I did come across this very insanely creepy place called the Island of the Dolls. Also, really quick, I felt like I needed to address this. Some of you are complaining that I have an AirPod in. What? Why? It's extremely awkward talking in silence, so I need a little bit of music to go along with this. So the island that we will be discussing is called the Island of the Dolls, or as it's referred to in Mexico, La Isla de Las Muñecas. So the island is incredibly small, and there was only ever one person who ever lived on the actual island. So the man would just be there in isolation, and there's actually a story that goes on with the actual lore of the entire island. And it really tells the story of why there are so many dolls on the island. I mean, in all honesty, would isolation be that bad? You could really just hang out by yourself in the innards of your own brain. I might consider actually moving there. So if one of you guys wants to come with me, comment down below. We can go hang out on the doll island. Who knows what will happen? Maybe one of the dolls will come to life. Hey, maybe he's a party animal. We don't know because we haven't been there. Okay, yeah, isolation, fine. Isolation isn't that great. You got me, okay? Still, I still want to go.
Hola, woman.
Kind of. So the actual story of why there are so many dolls on the island goes a little bit like this. Julian Santabarrera. Julian left his wife and his family sometime in the mid-20th century to sequester himself on an island on Tushulo Lake. And his reasons for leaving his family are very hazy at best, but as soon became clear, Julian was not necessarily of sound mind. Not long after relocating, he made a chilling discovery on the shores of his island. The body of a young girl, drowned in the lake. A dog came floating down the canal shortly afterward, changing the course of Santana Barrera's life and the shape of the island for years to come. Alone on the island, Barrera took the doll and hung it from a tree in order to appease the spirit of the deceased girl. But at least in the eyes of a man who has now considered himself the island's caretaker, the one doll was not enough. And for the next 50 years, Santana Barrera would scrounge dolls from the trash and from the canals, and hang them from the island's many trees. Sometimes he would hang them whole, and others in various states of disrepair, headless, torso-less, or taken apart in other ways. And what's most interesting about this entire story is a lot of people that lived around Julian refused to even believe that there was a girl to begin with. A lot of people did believe that he made the entire story up and was just being delusional. People believe that there never was a little girl who died, and questioned his sanity as he continued to fill the island with these dolls. And perhaps the most creepy part of this entire story is how Julian actually died. Don Julian Santana Barrera's body was found drowned in the canal, in the exact same spot where he claimed he found the little girl. And I know what you guys are thinking, why would anybody want to go here, to this cursed island? Well, you know those people that went inside the hellhole? Yeah, it's those kinds of people that go here. And I'm not in any sort of way shaming these people. These people are extremely brave, and I salute them. They're going there for me. So a guy named Alexander Travelbum actually did document his experience going through the entire island. Alexander and his girlfriend set foot on the island, and it truly does not disappoint. The island is filled to the brim with dolls. It's so crazy to see how many dolls actually ended up on the island. Alright, so before we finish up the video that Alexander did make, I wanted to take a look at the canal really quick. So something that I did see in the canal, there is a very, very creepy mannequin that Julian did not place. So somebody, let me zoom in. Somebody did go out of their way to place this very strange mannequin on the island. Because from the story we know that Julian only mounted dolls. He never mounted any mannequins. So back to Alexander's video, you can really see how many dolls there actually are in this place. And in the story I stated earlier, Julian did spend 50 years of his entire life just putting these dolls around the island to appease the spirit of the girl that he found drowned in the canal. So Alexander does step inside of Julian's home, and as expected, there are more dolls inside. And what's really creepy about this entire thing is that some people that have visited the island have said that they have heard whispers behind their ear as they're walking around the island, which makes this entire thing that much more creepy. And some visitors even claim that at night in the island, some of the dolls do come to life and whisper to each other throughout the night. And I think one of the more creepy things that I did read when researching this entire thing is that one of the visitors did claim that they did see one of the dolls blink while they were there in the corner of their eye. This could be just tourists freaking out because of the entire vibe of the place, but I don't know, given its history and how Julian died, and it wouldn't be too out of the ordinary if there were spirits at play in this island. So it could be people just freaking out and imagining things, or it could mean that the island is truly haunted. I definitely believe this island is haunted. How could it not? Look at it. I don't know how it could not be haunted. Julian literally died in the same spot where he said he found the girl. And if we go into Google Maps one more time, okay, this is where Julian's kind of entrance was. He claimed that he found the body, I think right here. So it is very interesting because this is a spot where he found the little girl, and it's the same spot where he died, right here. If that doesn't freak you out, I think you need help, buddy. And as I was researching this island, there actually is not a lot of coverage on the island. I couldn't really find a lot of videos, and I honestly think it's because nobody wants to go there. And that includes myself, but the coverage that there actually is very unsettling. I think it was a fantastic find that I found at night. Yeah, and if you were to ask me to go there, I'd probably say yes, because I'm being a pal. I'm being a real champ. But I think once we would get there, I think I would die. If you look right in this corner behind the trees, you can actually see... Oh my god. Do you guys see that? Alright, that's it. Follow my Twitter. See you later. I'll see you, dude. See you later. See you on the flippity flip.